Welcome to Celebrate a Sister podcast. I'm your host, Emma Walkinshaw. I'm a transformational coach. I'm also the founder of Embody Me program and the creator of 21 Minutes of Morning Magic. You may also find me on the yoga mat leading yoga sessions and also running retreats here in Australia and internationally. Here on the podcast, I bring you some pretty incredible guests. We talk all things self-belief, body acceptance, personal development, outdated beauty standards, and we also call BS on the toxic diet culture, accepting the beautiful bodies we were born into, letting go of all the beliefs, and raising our self-awareness. I also come to you from time to time with a little solo episode, a little Life According to Emma moment. I'm so glad you're here. Enjoy. Welcome to this week's episode of Celebrate a Sister. I'm your host, Emma Walkinshaw. This week I come to you with a solo episode. This week is a little bit of a celebration episode for me as I am just about to hit 2 years of an incredibly committed and consistent morning practice. I want to tell you a little bit about this morning practice and the origin story, how it came about, and invite you as my morning practice. I'm going to say one of the keys to my morning practice and the committed and the consistency is the fact that I sit in virtual circle with an incredible community of women. And it's like having a little bit, well, not like having a little bit, it's having an appointment and knowing that I've committed to this and I will show up. So let me tell you about the origin story of 21 Minutes of Morning Magic. 2 years ago, I owned a yoga studio, and one morning leaving the yoga studio, I was feeling a little bit depleted, and even though I just taught a 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. yoga class, I was thinking about how my morning had started. And quite often my morning would start with waking, but the first thing I would do is check my phone. So I would look at messages and emails and perhaps even check social media and then pop off to the yoga studio and teach a class. The problem with this is starting my day and not allowing myself to set an intention or ease into the day meant my nervous system was absolutely triggered and flicked on straight away. So struggling with a little bit of overwhelm and stress before essentially my feet had even hit the ground, and then the ungroundedness of it all, highlighting that it was a pretty unhealthy morning habit. It can often hijack your emotions and also really start that negative self-talk, particularly if those messages or whatever you observed wasn't a great way to set your compass for the day. So on this morning, as I'm leaving the yoga studio, I was thinking how, I just hadn't really taken any time to start my day. It was just boom, straight into it and absorbing information and perhaps messaging that had me then quite scattered and my nervous system not in a great place. And then I asked myself the question, so what is it that you find a barrier? So talking to myself, what is it, Emma, that you find a barrier to this morning practice? And I thought it really is the age-old barrier. There's often only two of the barriers, I believe, why we don't do something. Well, these are the very classic ones. We don't have enough time. We don't have enough money. So I realized that I was using the time one. Oh, well, look, I'm already up early. I'm saying to myself, I'm already up early teaching a yoga class. I just don't have time. And I thought, well, what if this morning practice was a bit of a time hack? And what if it was quite structured and pretty simple? So I decided that all it needed to be was 7 minutes of yoga, 7 minutes of meditation, and 7 minutes of journaling. So arrived at 21 minutes. And we all heard that saying, it takes 21 days to change a habit. So I thought, you know what? I think that is the perfect little combo and I can manage that. So I thought, great. And the idea that I thought, I know in the past I've woken up, rolled out of bed and thought, I'm going to meditate now like a Zen monk, and realized that when I get out of bed and I sit to meditate, I would actually get quite sleepy. I'd still be sleepy. So I know that through the beautiful practice of yoga and very simple yoga, we can ignite our little energy channels. So then when we move into meditation, we don't feel sleepy. So I thought, well, if I'm going to roll out of bed and I've got 21 minutes, 7 of those minutes needs to be yoga first up to just ignite me and make me alert enough, but still very still and peaceful and soft and gentle and nurturing. But I need to be alert. Then I thought 7 minutes of meditation. Everyone can do 7 minutes of meditation. It goes by in a flash. And then the 7 minutes of journaling, because I know that spending 7 minutes with your pen on the page helps your thoughts slow down. We cannot write as quick as we think. And I also know to be true that if you want your beautiful insight voice, that beautiful intuition to show up, it needs a little bit of space and grace. So I thought to myself, boom, I've got it. 21 minutes of morning magic. I can do this. 7 minutes of yoga, 7 minutes of meditation, 7 minutes of flowetry. How hard could it be? But I know me, and I don't know if you're like this, but I know me, and that is I am so joyful and connected to women and in group. And I thought, so if I could do this practice with in group and in community, that is going to make me feel really connected and also committed. Because if I have an appointment, if I say what I mean and I mean what I say, I always want to practice being impeccable with my words. So I thought, well, you know what? If I can actually do this in a group, that is going to keep me on track. So I decided, let's start a beautiful Facebook group. I show up live and whoever wants to join me joins me. So that's what I did 2 years ago. So the beautiful 21 minutes of morning magic has been going for just on 2 years. And I, talking to other women, finding what usually the problem is. And I think it really boils down to, we think we don't have the time. But if we don't have 21 minutes, we really need to probably check ourselves. Often we feel like it's difficult and I can't meditate. Maybe we've got like a little mental block which says, I can't meditate. I'm not good at yoga. There is many things that we tend to tell ourselves. I don't know what to journal about. So then I started to create a little bit of a blueprint or a little bit of a formula how we can stick to our morning practice and it be really, really easy. So I then went, and in that first year of the 21 minutes of morning magic, I went and built out 365 days of morning magic, a daily practice to set your intentions, to manifest a life of love with clarity, calm and joy. And that's the little guidebook that I have created to go along with our group, which is just wonderful. And to be perfectly honest, it's just about to be launched. This beautiful book is about to enter into the world, and I never thought that I would be an author. I'm not a person. I'm actually dyslexic. So I never ever thought that I would be a person that would write a book. But voila, through a year of delivering, 2 years, but 1 year of delivering, showing up on the mat and doing the 21 minutes of morning magic in a beautiful virtual circle, I have built out a beautiful book, which I'm incredibly proud of. So explaining the little committed and consistency part, I also love a word or a feeling for the year. The year that I wrote the book, which was last year, 2023, it was over 2022 and 2023, but there's pretty much a beautiful theme for each day. And then there is an affirmation, because I find when we're meditating, if you're not overly keen on meditation or you find it really, really challenging to anchor your mind, I created just a really simple affirmation. So for instance, the affirmation could be, I am whole, loving and well. So when you're sitting in meditation, if your mind starts to wander, you just come back to the theme of the day or the mantra of the day, I am whole, loving, and well. And it just keeps anchoring you back. And the beautiful thing that I love about the mantra in the morning, so when you first wake up and your mind is quite supple and open, you haven't had a chance to give your itty bitty shitty committee a coffee yet. You're in this beautiful place where we can pop in a few little seeds for the day. So then that mantra keeps coming up for you all day, or maybe even your flowetry that you do helps you express how you really feel. And then when you go off into the day, you're not starting your day with that little monkey mind or that anxiousness. You've actually given your beautiful voice of wisdom or your voice of judgment a little chance to speak. Then you can enter into the day. So thinking about this beautiful 21 minutes of morning magic, I want to ask you right now, do you feel you could carve out 21 minutes in the morning? And if you can't, could you carve it out in the evening? Because I know some people start really early, or if we've got young children, that can be challenging. But 21 minutes of morning magic, great if you can do it in the morning, but what if you can do it in the evening? That could also work too. Well, not also, yeah, it works too. So a little invitation, my friend, if you would love to come and join the free group, 21 minutes of morning magic, please come and join. I'm going to have a link in the bottom of the show notes. And if you would like to purchase the book when it comes out, I'm actually going to have a link in the show notes for that as well. But I want to say, my friend, if you can carve out a little bit of time for you, just 21 minutes to set your intention for the day, have a little bit of a meditate, allow your voice of wisdom to speak to you, and just take that little bit of time to breathe and to connect in with your body, I promise you it will be the gift that keeps on giving. So thank you, my darling. I look forward to seeing you on the mat for 21 minutes of morning magic. Drum roll, please. Introducing Embody Me, the ultimate program for those of you who are ready to break free from that inner critic and that self-doubt that has been holding you back. With the Embody Me program, you'll receive actionable tips and personalized guidance from me to you to help navigate your own journey with grace and confidence, letting go of outdated beliefs, really shifting your mindset to a I can and I will, as opposed to feeling stuck with those old outdated beliefs. A wonderful program that goes for 6 weeks. There is group coaching as well as one-on-one coaching with me. Let's do this together. Let's embrace the journey and embody me.